the best show to talk about my faction. Can get the Max reactions. Welcome to the show.
Hi guys, welcome back to MyFaction Reaction. You're here with Nathan once again. Today I want to talk about grinding, but not the same way we usually talk about grinding. One of the biggest asked questions I get in grinding videos is, I don't have the cards you do. What cards should I be using when I'm grinding? And that's it depends upon your situation and what cards you have. Obviously, you want to maximize MFP for it. And I thought it would be good not to only go over which badges give you the most MFP for being in there, and I want to give Spiffo huge credit to this. He's got this sheet, and I'm going to post a link to it within the description so you'll be able to get access to it as well. But he's built a list of basically every single, like the top, I think it's 20 cards that give you the most MFP just for being in the match. And I'll go over that list with you guys so you guys can compare it to what you guys have or what's available for you guys to get, whether it's in the marketplace or live events that are still active and ongoing. And he keeps us up to date pretty regularly. So this will help you to fill in those slots when you're doing the grinding, because often when I'm posting a MFP grind video, I'll have two specific cards that you need to use for the actual grind, and then the two other people are just kind of there collecting the MFP for you. So I thought this would be fun. So let's go ahead and we'll check that right out. But before we do, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel out, and I really do appreciate it. Okay. All right, so this is the current grinding team I'm using right now. I posted the method on how to do this a few days ago, and you can check that out. Within this method, we've got the new Finn Balor, which you can get for the super card. There's a locker code. You should go get that. If you don't have this yet, go get it. There's a locker code. I believe it's unhinged with a 1 in it. It's featured right on the home screen when you log into the game to be able to get those 4 cards. And then a live event to get this Demon Finn Balor. You want to get this card. And then I'm also using Roman Reigns 22 live event. Now, this one's a little bit more specific, and you would have had to have earned him when he was in the event. But these are the two main cards I'm using right now within my grind. I've also got another one through manga that you can sub out Umanga for Booker T from the World Tour to give you a little bit more flexibility if you don't have those options. So you can check that out too. I'll try and post cards to them to this video so that you can get a link out to them. That being said, the other two, so we've got Pink Diamond Jey Uso, which is the collector's reward level, and I know a lot of people don't have this card because you need to have so many cards to get access to it. I play the game, I create content, so that's why I have access to them, because I'm really trying to get as many cards as I can. And then the other one is a Punches and Promo CM Punk. Now, this is a collector's reward for the Punches and Promo pack. So once again, not everybody has this. It is able to get through the shop for, I don't remember which 5 Punches and Promo cards you need, but you need to have 5 Punches and Promo cards, and you can potentially unlock this CM Punk. So, and right now, this is the best case earning scenario for me with, in doing my MFP grind. I'm getting 647 to 670 MFP in 19 to 24 seconds typically. It depends how quickly the character submits with Roman Reigns. So, that being said, the biggest question I'm getting is, I don't have Jey Uso, I don't have CM Punk. What can I do? Well, in that case, you're going to want to look for characters with these badges right here. And I've got them at the bottom of the screen here. So we've got Bee Repellent, Curls, Going in Hot, Leg Day, Locomotion, 6-Pack, Sting Like a Bee, and Swiftness. I'm going to get to the other 2 badges in 2 seconds. But those badges right there, 8 badges, will give you instant MFP when you start the match. And the higher the badge... the higher the badge quality, so gold, purple, and then you get silver with a blue outline, and then just silver. The gold's going to give you 15 points. The silver or the purple is going to give you 7. The silver with the blue outline's 5, and then just plain silver is 3. So you'll get extra MFP. So you want to try and look for these badges in gold or purple to get extra MFP from them. So that's what you want to look at if you don't have those cards. But to make things even easier, Spiffo from and I mentioned him earlier, from the WWE MyFaction support Reddit group, and you guys should join that. It's very, very helpful. Super positive group. So has put together a list here, and he's got it bookmarked. But essentially, this is the list of the top MFP getters for your matches. So at the top of the list here, and I'll go over it with you guys quickly, and then you can compare to your collection. So we've got Jey Uso Collector's Reward. So you get 46 MFP total for this one if you have him in. Now, that's being said, 30 of it is that the MFP that we're talking about from the top between the badges at the top there. And then you're going to get +8 for doing two taunts because of his rabble rouser. He's got a purple rabble rouser. And then you get +8 for entering the ring because of a quick climber. So if you do those two things, you can push it out to a total of 46. So when I'm using him, I'm trying to get, I get the 30, I get the +8 for entering the ring with quick climber, and then I try to get the two taunts so that I can get that +8 there as well. So that's what I'm doing when I'm doing my grinding method to try and take care of that. I just want to explain how the breakdown works here. Oh, and before I forget, I did talk, they won't be a huge part of this conversation, but the two at the top, Quick Winner and Unscathed, that we did not touch upon earlier, those are badges as well that will grant you MFP, but not at the beginning, at the end of the match. Now you have to fulfill specific criteria. Quick Winners winning the match under 5 minutes, Unscathed leaving without body damage, which with your grinding is great. But what's nice about these is that it's significantly more MFP is granted. I believe it's 25 MFP for the gold on those ones. So you can get quite a bit more. Unfortunately, we've received very few cards that have had those two badges specifically. But that is the one slight difference between Quick Winner and Unscathed. That's why I had them separated at the end. They're not at the beginning, you're seeing it at the end. But in reality, it's not really affecting the cards because we've not seen not either of these two badges in any meaningful way within any of the cards. So that being said, the next card, Roman Reigns Brawl live events. So he can give you a total of 38. So you get 23 for him just being in the match, and then you get 15 for him doing his taunt because of rabble rouser. Then CM Punk 10 masked live events. So he gets 35 MFP total, 20 for being in the match, and 15 for quick climber for entering the ring. So that one's a little bit tougher because that means that you have to get him into the ring to get him into the ring to use. Now, that being said, if you don't have Pink Diamond Jey Uso, this could be a good option for you if you have this card. Now, we've got our new Demon Finn Balor from the live events, which is active right now. And once again, if you're watching this and you haven't gotten it, you should go get it. I'm just switching my camera slightly. Then the CM Punk punches and promos gives you 33 as well. So you can see within the top 5, I'm using 4 within my grinding method to try and maximize my MFP out. Next up, we've got Austin Theory, which is a current live event right now. Very easy to do. You can go to the shop and buy. Actually, I think they just reduced the prices on the shop again for the cards. So I think you can get the Sapphire card very inexpensively to be able to do this event, and you should do it. Great card for grinding. So make sure you go out and get that Austin Theory live event card. I think it's on for another week or two. So go take advantage of that. You've got the Stone Cold, which is a live event card right now as well. Roman Reigns Bloodline, which is a collector's reward for the current pack. Now, here's some of the cards I want to talk about getting. So this one requires 5 cards to be able to get this Roman Reigns. But what I want to talk about are cards that are going to be, if you don't have some of these live event cards, and you may not if you're new to the game, you're new to the structure. So what does that look like? What cards can you get access to? So Scott Steiner, 26 total MFP, and he's available in the Legend shop, and I think he's only around, his price just dropped again, so I think 48,000 MFP. Very, very solid price for Scott Steiner. The Undertaker from Sinister is giving you 23, which is decent. Macho Man Randy Savage is giving you 23. Now, he's a collector's reward as well, so you need to have so many Legends 2 cards to be able to get access to him. The William Regal, 23, but you have to do a taunt and enter the ring, so there's a little bit more work to being done with him. Legends Jim Neidhart for a Ruby, very good value at 21 for just being in there. Umaga, 20, one of my other grinding methods. So if you have him, you get 20 right there. The live event, Shawn Michaels, 20. Austin Theory Money in the Bank, 20. Otis Money in the Bank 20. So these are both easily purchasable cards. And Kurt Angle Demastered is a collector's reward once again. So this gives you an idea of what you should be looking for. You can compare your card collection and see if you have these live event cards. And if you don't, there's options to be purchased from the card market for you if you don't have them, or you might already have them. So he does have, like, if you go a little bit further, with active potential of like how much you could potentially get out of the cards. I'm not going to talk about this. I'll let you guys peruse this list to figure this out. But like, for instance, Jey Uso, when I'm grinding or when I'm using him in a singles match, I'll try to get a running attack to get that extra 15 because he's got a gold badge, paint train, I want to say, that will give you 15 there, and then 15 for a dive because of dive bomber. So you can actually get way more out of him, but it requires more time. And when we're doing grinding, we're trying to limit how long that match is so that we can repeat it over and over again. So I'll let you guys explore this, but this is the full potential of some of these characters unlocked if you're going to use them a little bit more. And this would more come into play if you're doing building a team for faction wars, is where I would say, because you'd want to have, number one, your highest tier characters to get the most faction wars credits out of that. But then number two, you want to look at, if you're using them in the matches themselves, how can I maximize getting the MFP out of these characters? So yeah, so anyways, that's the list. I'm going to have a link to it. It's within the WWE MyFaction support group. I want to give a huge shout out to Spiffo, who's put this together. We'll continue. He's updated a few times. This is his second version of this, and he'll have more. He's a great person to follow on Reddit if you're looking for content like this. And just to be totally transparent, I use a lot of his MFP grinding methods, which he's given me permission to use, to show you guys on how to grind that MFP and keep yourselves from having to buy that virtual currency. Regardless, I appreciate every one of you guys. If you found this helpful, hit that like and subscribe button. It would help me out a ton. It's helping the channel grow. We've just passed 1,000 subscribers a few days ago, and we're continuing to grow. We will have a 12-hour live stream as promised coming up in the near future. I was initially going to schedule for August 2nd, but then realized that's the weekend of SummerSlam, so it might be August 9th. I'm still got to firm up the date, but I will have a date for you guys soon. That being said, everybody have a great day. Thank you, and I appreciate every one of you. Bye.